What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? This, of course, here's Jamiro Fan 2000 with another episode of Jamiro Reviews. This, of course, has been my sporadic, recurring series here on my channel looking at brand new merchandise being released by Jamiroquai and other Jamiroquai-related entities. But as I did in the last episode of Jamiro Reviews, I looked at one of the three new Cosmic t-shirts that was released to coincide with the major merchandise released back in July 1st and 14th of course, of 2022 for the Jamiroquai X The Sandbox major metaverse partnership. But this time in this Jamiro Reviews, I'm going to be looking at one of two previously reported here on the Jamiroquai Minute on my channel of new vinyl reissues. Now, we have seen lots of vinyl reissues over the last 3 to 4 years. Most predominantly, we saw reissues, of course, we saw Traveling on Moving reissued in 25th Anniversary Edition in early 2022. We saw a reissue of Synchronized back in 2021, and we saw reissues of the first three Jamiroquai albums, mostly in the country of Japan, in special, not limited edition, but in like sales editions. Like this album sold this many copies in Japan editions, where they just put new inserts and everything, but not much of a difference on the album art or the track list, just none difference. But we did have, I did reported recently that in the UK they were going to be releasing the first two Jamiroquai albums, 1993's Mercy on Planet Earth, and of course Jamiroquai's my favorite Magnus Opus album, 1994's The Return of the Space Cowboy. So I decided to go ahead and order one of those new vinyls, at least for 2022, and I decided to go for the album that I don't have in my vinyl collection. I have all the other albums, outside of the dream of having a first pressing of one of the first three Jamiroquai albums, Mercy on Planet Earth, Return of the Space Cowboy, and Traveling on Moving. I decided to go and order Traveling on Moving on vinyl. The only site that apparently was carrying these reissues was juno.co.uk, which I previously have ordered from and had no problems with getting great merchandise from. But I decided to order the 2022 UK reissue of Return of the Space Cowboy from Juno. And if I may say, I did order the reissue of Mercy on Planet Earth, and I believe I did a video of that here on my channel. Not much of a difference from the 2013 reissues, which saw major changes, major at least content additions to the overall track list. Where in 2013 they reissued the first three Jamiroquai albums in anniversary editions for the 20th anniversary that featured a second in CD format, I should say, with a second CD of every respective era of B-sides, live tracks, and all kinds of goodness. But this is going to be the vinyl reissues. These two vinyl reissues are just basic reissues, so there's nothing special. But it looks like with this Return to Space Cowboy, they did make a cool little cosmetic change, which I will show you as I show you this vinyl. And like I said, this is one of the vinyls I don't have in my collection. There is some more vinyl reissues coming very soon, which I can't go into greater detail about, but they're going to be coming. The announcement of that is going to be coming in the fall, so keep your eyes out for a couple more vinyl reissues from Jamiroquai. One of them very, very substantial. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give away the surprise, but there's going to be some reissues coming, so keep your eyes out for information of that forthcoming from the Jamiroquai social media outlets, I should say. So let's pop this open. Like I said, I ordered this from juno.co.uk, and off the top of this, absolutely beautiful. It's got a bit of a cardboard paper material feeling to it, which I really, really like. It's got that kind of, like the surface of the moon kind of graininess to it. Now, as for the detail about this vinyl release, which I found really cool, if you look very carefully, the Buffalo Man is embossed. You can see the shine. This Buffalo Man is embossed in white. You can actually see the glint on it. Nice, lovely touch. Absolutely lovely touch. It's as lovely as a touch on the 25th Anniversary Edition of Traveling on Moving that was released in early 2022, how they foiled the whole vinyl cover. Absolutely beautiful. Now, as for the track list, it's your basic track list, basically your UK track list of Return of the Space Cowboy. And for some people who bought the American release of Traveling on Moving, the American release did have a bonus track. It was a live recording of them performing Space Cowboy from, I believe, the Theatre de Mion from France back in 1994. Well, that was a bonus track on the US release of Traveling on Moving, and there's your good close-up of the track list. But yeah, I love how they embossed the Buffalo Man here in white. It's just gorgeous. Now, we're going to look at the inside. I'm going to show you everything that's in this. And there is an extra... Now, these vinyl reissues do have inserts, which are little paper cards with like extra artwork and extra lyrics. In this case, these inserts have the original liner notes from the 2013 reissue of Traveling on Moving back in 2013. So let's open her up. Now, as for the inside booklet art, it's basically JK. It's JK from all his various different poses that some might remember from the inner spools of some of the vinyl release of Return of the Space Cowboy, but very, very cool, you know, inner booklet artwork of JK. Now we're going to go into the vinyls. The vinyls are sadly not colored. And by the way, for people wondering about the price of this vinyl, the vinyl is running currently at about $22 to $23 on Juno, which I think is a very, very, not conservative, but a very fair price for these album reissues. And as you can predict, the jackets of these vinyls are of the band members of Jamiroquai from the inner liner notes of the actual album. So you will see lyrics and you'll see band members. Like here is Derek McKenzie, the master of the Wheels of Steel, one of the greatest drummers I know of. And then, of course, on the back is a very, very young Stuart Zender, which many members of the Jamily still love Stuart. I love Stuart, too. He's still been very omnipresent in the music scene, performing other people's music. But like I said, the vinyls, unfortunately, are not colored. I would have loved to see them do that, but these are perfect black. Now, you might remember on the inner jacket of the vinyl, it had those pictures of JK. Well, here's JK again. He shows up on all the inner spools of every vinyl. Now, every vinyl is 3 songs each. So you can see the etching, you know, 3 songs per side. But you get another look at JK and his various photo shoot poses on the inner spool artwork per vinyl. I'm back. I had a little bit of a recording mistake there. I apologize for that. But we're going to be moving on to the second vinyl of of course, the vinyl 2022 vinyl reissue, UK reissue of Jamiroquai's second album, Return of the Space Cowboy. Like I said, I had a little bit of a recording issue there, but I'm going to put both these videos together so you have so you get to see everything that's in this vinyl release. But as I said, these do come with inserts. It's like I'm missing an insert, but the other vinyl does have an insert, which is very interesting, if I can find it. Here it is. Now, the inserts are just basically just on paper, and it's actually the Buffalo Man artwork. Actually, this can be considered new artwork of the silhouetted Buffalo Man amongst the album cover of The Moon. So very cool. And, of course, like I said on the back, this vinyl came with 2 copies of this. This is the... Now, if you want to read this for yourself, just... you know, freeze frame the video if you've got HD 1080p on, and you can read this for yourself. But this is the liner notes from the Return of the Space Cowboy 2013 reissue that came in a cool little book with the CD release. But yeah, really cool insert art. I mean, like I said, this is one of the albums I wanted in my collection, you know, for my vinyl collection for Jamiroquai. So I think they did a really good job. And then, of course, the second vinyl slipcase has another band member, Wallace Buchanan. And anybody who's wondering about Wallace Buchanan, where did he go? What happened to him? He's still making music, but he's very private. But, you know, I've seen him now and again on Facebook, said hi to him. He's not really answered back, but his contribution to Jamiroquai will never be forgotten. Amazing, very highly talented multi-instrumentalist and didgeridoo need key artist. But, you know, great picture of Wallace there, like with more lyrics. And, of course, the final side of of course, the late, the great, one of the greatest music producers ever we've never known, Toby Smith. Rest in peace. He is greatly missed, and we all, whenever we listen to Jamiroquai, we all remember Toby. And absolutely, and then I'll show you the vinyl. And like I said, this vinyl runs about $22, $23, but bear in mind, because of where you live in the world, it's going to be about, I'd say, an $8 to $10 shipping charge. But overall, really cool purchase. There's JK again with some of the inner booklet artwork from the inside of the vinyl. And, of course, finally, JK, final picture of JK from the inner spool of the artwork. for this final release of Return of the Space Cowboy. Overall, I think this is a great release, a great reissue. Like I said, I wanted this for my collection at a reasonable price, and I think $22 to $23 is a very reasonable price for a vinyl reissue. From Jamiroquai, probably one of the cheaper vinyl reissues, because when it came to the Automaton vinyl, the Automaton vinyl that came out, when Automaton came out, that thing was running like $30, $40, but there was a major run on the vinyls when they first came out. But like I said, this is the 2022 reissue, UK reissue of Jamiroquai's second album, Return of the Space Cowboy, with an absolutely cool white embossed Buffalo Man in the middle of this. If you'd like to order this for yourself, it is currently available at juno.co.uk, and I'll be sure to put a link to the sales listing for this album down in the description area of this video down below here on my channel, so be sure to order it from Juno. If I do find these two reissues anywhere else for pre-order, or at least available, I'll be sure to pass them onto the respectively on the two subreddits of the online Jamily at R Jamiroquai and R the Reddit Jamily. Now, if you're going to ask me the question, what's going on with Emergency on Planet Earth? Is that available? Apparently, that vinyl reissue has been sold out. It has been sold out, but that is the story of a lot of vinyls, at least during the last 3 years of the pandemic. The vinyls are actually being manufactured, at least vinyls in the United States are being manufactured abroad, most notably up in Canada, and are being imported in. So some of these vinyl quantities will be very much up in the air, given the circumstances of the world economy and everything. So this is still in readable supply at juno.co.uk if you'd like a copy of Return of Space Cowboy. But I expect that Emergency on Planet Earth's reissue might come available in a few months' time, when they've had more of a time to manufacture the vinyls. But like I said, this is the 2022 UK reissue of The Return of the Space Cowboy. I hope you enjoyed this JamiroReviews episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the Jamiro 2000 YouTube channel. I'll be sure to try to bring you more content when I can, when information becomes available, and when I have the free time. But as always, this is Jamiro 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with much more Jamiroquai related content here on the Jamiro 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you again, everyone, for the support. Have a great summer.